Hello everybody, you might be surprised to know that the Pope has said and stated that we are in great tribulation. The Pope himself, the dragon, the man that looks like a lamb and speaks as a dragon, as it says in Revelation chapter 13, has said we are in great tribulation. Reading the transcript, Pope Francis's transcript from St. Patrick's Cathedral on Thursday, September 24th in New York City. And reading, quoting him, "This evening, my brothers and sisters, I have come to join you in prayer that our vocations will continue to build up the great edifice of God's kingdom in this country." Well, yeah, this country, America, the kingdom of the Antichrist is here right now. This is not God's kingdom. I know that at a presbyterate in the midst of God's people, you suffered greatly in the not distant past by having to bear the shame of some of your brothers, meaning the clergymen who have scandalized the church, or it says here, who harmed and scandalized the church in the most vulnerable of her members, quote about Pope Francis. So he's talking about the clergymen that have the sexual scandals that have infiltrated the Catholic Church. Okay. Then he goes on to say, straight after, in the words of the book of Revelation, and now we're going to read this in context, I know well that you have come forth from the great tribulation. So those that have been persecuted in the name of the Catholic Church by the bishops and cardinals that have been sexually perverse and perpetrated those vile acts upon their congregation and Catholic schools and so on and so forth, this great scandal that has been plaguing the Catholic Church for decades. He now references it to that in the words of the book of Revelation, I know well that you have come forth from the great tribulation. Revelation chapter 7 verse 14. And I, the Pope, accompany you at this time of pain and difficulty, and I thank God for your faithful service to His people, in the hope of helping you to persevere on the faith of fidelity to Jesus Christ. I would like to offer 2 brief reflections. Blah, blah, blah. He is the Pope, the false prophet of the book of Revelation chapter 13. Now let's read what, in context of those who have come out of great tribulation. It is the opening of the 5th seal. Reading from Revelation chapter 6, verse 9. And when he had opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of God and the testimony which they held. So those who were killed, not just persecuted by the Catholic Church in far as these sexual scandals that have gone on, but persecuted, but slain for the word of God, killed, and the testimony which they held, the testimony of Jesus Christ. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? And white robes were given unto every one of them. And he has said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were, see, killed again, not just sexually perverted by the Catholic Church, as they were, should be fulfilled. And then it goes into the 6th seal, which is the blood red moons. Okay, now let's read more in chapter 7 of verse 14. Right, and verse 13. And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, What are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they? We just learnt where they came from. They came from great tribulation, and they are the 5th seal martyrs. For their testimony of Jesus Christ they were slain, for their testimony of God and Jesus Christ. And verse 14, And I said unto them, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, These are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Therefore are they before the throne of God, and serve him day and night in his temple. And he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living fountains of waters, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. So these people are in heaven now, demanding retribution for the fact that their lives were cut short. They were killed for their testimony of Jesus Christ. The fifth seal, which is happening all over the Middle East, all over Asia, various places across the world. Christians are being butchered, slaughtered, crucified, gutted, all horrible means of execution. And it's all there on the internet to see, these Muslim extremists and people that are killing Christians in the name of Buddha or whoever are quick to put this on social media and show it to the world. All the gruesome videos are there if you have the stomach to watch any of it, just to see that it is all true. Well, so the Pope has referenced that we're in great tribulation, and he attributes it and he puts it there as a little nugget of truth, referencing that his brothers within the Catholic Church have sexually molested the vulnerability of her members, being the members, the congregation, the believers in Catholic institution, and that has harmed and scandalized the good name of the Catholic Vatican Church. Well, whoopie-doo. You know, he won't even stand up there and condemn his own bishops and cardinals for being responsible for this perpetration of these vile acts upon the world's communities of peoples from, you know, all across the world. He just wants to say that this has harmed and scandalized the good name of the Catholic Church, the Vatican. But what is the most interesting in all of this is that he said, in the words of the book of Revelation, I know well that you have come forth from the great tribulation. So there's he's saying that he is the Pope, he is the false prophet. And later on in the speech he then says too that and if at times our efforts and works seem to fail and produce no fruit as being Christians, we need to remember that we are followers of Jesus, and his life, humanly speaking, now listen to this, ended in failure, the failure of the cross. Now straight after that, he goes into his next quote, his next statement. Another danger comes that when we become jealous of our free time, when we think that surrounding ourselves with worldly comforts will help us serve better. See, standing against everybody to have the right to have anything, capitalism, it's all, you know, socialism all the way. And this is another danger, right? So the danger of the cross as well. The cross, Jesus dying on the cross, was considered a danger and a failure. Holy crap. How can anyone stand there under this Pope as a Catholic and rightly say that he is a representative of Jesus Christ in the Bible? It's an absolute lie. Okay, wake up while you still have time. Wake up. So Pope Francis, transcript of comments at St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York City on the 24th of September. We are in great tribulation. Thanks very much, Mr. Pope, Mr. False Prophet. Thanks very much for just confirming that. Thanks for listening. See you next time.